There wasn't enough time for the conversation to continue, though. A new group of enemies started to materialize before them. Their forms seemed to solidify before their very eyes. Saren tensed instinctively, knowing that there was sorcery at play. Holy fuck. The adversaries that had materialized were none other than a few goblins and a giant, hulking overlord. It's Grob. The goblin shaman who captured you? Yes, be careful, his magic is very powerful. Not even 1 tree tall. Magic schmagic, we can handle a few greenies by ourselves. Dora pulled out a short bow and an arrow. Indeed. Ooh, it's a boss fight, cool. I won't save over that just in case I mess this up. Alright, this seems good. Alright. The fucks? You shot a smoke cloud at us? Can I even equip anything? No benefits. Benefits. Benefits to defense and threshold. There we go. Purely a thief, okay. So I could give her this. But I'm not sure if it will... Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Let's do this! Alright, we need to take care of his henchmen first. Let's take care of the level 1s. Alright, range attack is a basic one, and aim shot is a slower long-range attack with increased accuracy. Hits for 150% base damage, but takes longer to move again. Damn, you can't even see Dora's turn if you do that. Alright, we'll do the basic. Fireball! Okay, Draco, we are definitely keeping you around for the long haul. Holy shit. Alright, got rid of those two. Really, it's all about picking apart the weaklings first. Ooh, everybody's aggroed on him. Take him down. Oh, he restored him. Oh, shit. Well, fireball him. That was easy. Alright, Goblin Leader. Let's get you here. We have words of sorts to speak with you.
I showed you.
Alright, he's the last one remaining. Guard. Oh shit, I have no magic. Magic Bolt is the base attack of mages. Inflicts damage based on the magic attribute of the user. I'll do like no damage if I do this. Let me find an item. I need 30. I need to protect Draco. He's the most important one.
Try this on for size.
Stone form. Paralyze. Shit. Fuck. All I can do is defend. Thankfully, I have my 2 heavy hitters in the middle row. Never mind, it's all at the Draco. All I can do is guard. Finish him off, Draco!
Does anyone need healing?
Whew! Boss fight 1. A vest of mirrors and a staff of storms. Ooh. Alright, first off, my man, we have to give you some new abilities, don't we? Let's give him a new spell. What do we want to give him? They're all different elemental spells. Let's go with Blizzard. Two points in will. Actually, no, 3 points in will. And for you, Dora, you're not bad, actually. Let's look at your abilities. Wait, I already have this? Increases my defense value by 15%. Target needs to be staggered. Not worried about that. All of these require like a status ailment of some kind. So let's look past the fact that they need status ailments and figure out what could we use. Maybe pinning shot. Let's go with pinning shot. Staggering isn't too hard. Alright. This is pointless, I think. We'll go with this. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's take the time to see if we can equip people. Ooh, look at that. It does air damage, increases the damage and magic capabilities, critical hit, defense, SP region. Let's give him that. And standard short sword nobody needs. Vest of mirrors, maybe. Nah, she needs the defense and speed. It seems more beneficial to him. He'll take a drop in defense, but his SP and HP region and his magic will be better. Let's go with that. Gotta be strategical about this. After a series of attacks from the party, Grob finally gave up. The creature collapsed, struggling to breathe. You've lost. Do you have anything to say before I kill you? Just one thing. Grob lifted his staff and growled an incantation that cast a spell over the entire group. Draco had no time to protect him with an anti-curse, and the group was instantly paralyzed. Loren struggled against the spell, but Grob's sorcery was too much, even for her. You may have managed to defeat me this time, but this is far from over. I have another surprise for you. The dead goblins and thugs whom the city had killed were changing form, turning into what looked like city guards. Oh shit. Though they were in a pool of blood, the guards' uniform were unmistakable. We're in serious trouble now. I do hope you like humans, Amazon Queen. You're all going to rot in the Empire's prison now. Grob disappeared, fading into thin air just as he had appeared. The screams were enough to alert local guards to come running to see what had happened. This is bad. Blast that Grob. He's foiled me again. You'd think I'd know better by now. We have more to worry about right now. Halt! Lower your weapons. Despite the demands of the guards, Loren had no intention of surrendering. She tried to resist as the soldiers swarmed around them, shouting obscenities. But it was futile. There were too many of them, and soon everyone's hands were shackled behind them and they were pushed through the streets to their fate. Unhand me at once! Cease your struggling, wench. Wench, you will die this day. Your Majesty, no! Fighting will only make us look guilty. Just let him take us in. I promise I can get us out. You promise? Dwarves' honor. That's nonsense. You can't promise to get us free from a jail cell. Yeah, I can. I bet you 10 gold I can. A guard pushed Saren forward harshly, and he stumbled forward with a groan. Listen, I can cast a flash spell to blind them all right now. It'll give us more than enough time to escape. We can take horses and seek refuge with the elves and druids. They're friendlier than these guys by far. What are you guys whispering? Shut up! After the guard moved back to restraining Loren, Saren inched back to Draco and Dora. But the Empire... Oh, those guys? Pfft, bunch of big meanies, really. They'll just enslave us, you know. No trial or anything. But we can escape right now with my magic. This was a key decision that rested upon their shoulders at that late hour of the night. While their journey was still just in its early stages, the importance of this choice was unparalleled. But they had to make a decision quickly, and that is exactly what they did. Ooh, shit. My first big choice. I can either follow Dora's plan, which is to escape from jail, or follow Draco's plan to run to the Elves. Thing is, either way, it's going to incriminate us because we just got caught killing guards. Not good. Not good. And either way, we're escaping custody, so Paladin's honor or not, I would have to think reasonably. What would be the more logical decision to make in benefit of Loren and her search? Realistically, I have a feeling Draco's plan might help better because maybe the elves know something. If we escape from jail, then what? Do we just head to the elves anyway? I don't know, but if we have a chance to escape now, I'd rather take it. Alright, let's do it. Throwing caution to the wind, Loren hurriedly accepted Draco's plan. Through the fiery chaos that ensued, the group was able to escape the guards and get out of the city just as they had hoped. The group was silent and very somber after they made their escape. They knew very well that the gravity of the decision they had made that night could very well come back to haunt them. The Empire was a dangerous enemy, but it was impossible to guess how greatly their mission would have been delayed if they had been arrested. Be ready for anything. We're approaching the outskirts of the forest. You know, if I wanted to think in the line of a paladin, you know, rationally he would probably want to wait in jail. But he is a slave first and a paladin second, you know, in terms of character. So I would kind of see in my head that unless she pushes him to like obscene boundaries or he feels like something she's doing is too illogical, then he's pretty much going to fit his decisions to benefit Loren while not crossing any romantic boundaries. So, that's the rationale of my decision. We must all stay vigilant. They didn't slow their pace until they entered the forest. The trees seemed to grow larger the deeper they traveled inside, and soon, signs of an exotic culture began to spring up. Carved bark, marked paths, old campfires, and abandoned tree houses. Though they had only begun to breach the forest, they were almost instantly surrounded by elven guards. Dozens of long-eared scouts sprang from the bushes and trees with bows and swords alike aimed at the party. Dora and Draco looked around worriedly, but Saren's eyes remained fixed on Loren, who was standing her ground. Saren did his best to emulate her aura of confidence, though it was no easy task. State your business here, quickly. My name is Loren, and I am an Amazon. I've come to this forest in search of my mother. We harbor no ill will against the fair and knowledgeable elves. We simply need to pass through this area to reach our destination. The elves looked at each other before finally turning their hardened gazes back onto Loren. They lowered their weapons and Saren relaxed. Come with us. Hands off of your weapons. The group traveled with the elves, walking within their ranks almost as prisoners. And here I thought we escaped prison. Well, as they say, out of the cauldron into the fire. Draco laughed awkwardly and looked to Saren for at least a small smile, but none came. I thought it was funny. We're not prisoners. They're just escorting us. It was a joke. Don't you know how to laugh? I laugh when I hear something funny. Oh, all right. I see how it is, mister. I'll make you laugh someday. This will all be safe, won't it? I just realized. Do you think if I had made a lot of joking responses to Loren, that I would have been more impacted by his joking? That's something to think about, guys. You have my word, dwarf. You don't have to worry. Ah, good. Not that I was worrying or anything. They walked for a long time, deeper into the forest until light could be seen even through the canopy. Almost out of nowhere, a city formed within the trees. Saren and Loren alike were instantly amazed at this foreign culture. They were ushered into the city quickly and approached by more elves. They claimed to be on search for a missing person. An elf with a crossbow flicked his ponytail over his shoulder. She can fix that. Can't have these people wandering around the forest. Take them to her. Are you sure? Blame me if she gets mad. The elves moved us to leave. Or moved to leave. The crossbow elf stopped to scout Saren, however. It made no sense to him as there were no reason why he would earn his hate so quickly. They had barely met. Saren shrugged it off. You're about to meet a very important person, our elder druid. She has a power that she can use to help you. If you are to meet her, you must promise to show her great respect. Of course. We would be very grateful. Then follow us, but know that we are keeping an eye on you. They traveled to the edge of the forest again. They eventually came to the base of a giant oak tree that was hollowed out. Saren looked up in awe at the size of the tree as they got closer to it. That is a really cool looking tree. Even the branches were impressively enormous. He couldn't recall seeing a tree of such a size in quite a long time. Stop gawking. Sorry. No! Hey now. As they got closer, they caught sight of a graceful woman who looked entangled in the very vegetation that surrounded her. The elves who led them all showed their respect for her by bowing deeply. She must have been the elder druid. Out of instinct, Saren immediately bowed to her as well. Saren looked over to see Loren standing rigidly, unmoved by any need to show the elder respect. Your grace. Your promise? Loren shook as if she were in a trance, just remembering her vow to the elves to respect the elder. She met Saren's eyes briefly in thanks before bowing as the others did. I suppose she's really beautiful, huh? Can't you keep it in your pants for a few seconds? Wow, that was kind of lewd. Keep what in my pants? Yeah, she is very, very beautiful. The druid rose from her seat and almost seemed to glide towards them. The grass beneath her sprouted small flowers where she walked as if she were Mother Nature herself. There was one thing that stood out to all of them, especially Loren, about this forest woman. Not only was she beautiful, but she didn't look old at all. Elder, we found this group of travelers in the forest. They are seeking guidance. She smiled at them, and the party seemed to sigh in unison. Hello, fair travelers. I am Elder Druid Murph. I would be happy to impart any knowledge that I can to you, though I mostly know of only the forest and its magic. May I ask why you have sought me out? I am an Amazon and my name is Loren. I'm searching for my mother. Is there any way you might be able to help us find her? We would be very appreciative if you could assist us. She's being unusually nice. It was true. Saren looked at Loren skeptically with a faint shadow of jealousy. She was treating this Murph with more respect than anyone she had ever met with before. I see. I understand your concerns, and I see that you mean no harm with your search. It sounds like a very honorable cause that you are going to such great lengths to fulfill. Then can you help us? Surely your divination powers could give us a hint as to where Loren's mother might be. Divination? The ability to see what my eyes cannot. I can search the world with only my thoughts, though it is not an easy process. Unfortunately, I cannot perform this ritual at the moment. But why not? Murph's expression darkened, and she sighed before she began her explanation. It would be my deepest pleasure to help if I could, but there's a group of rogue elves who are disturbing the forest spirits, and I cannot even close my eyes without hearing the forest screaming. Divination is impossible. Saren was about to ask the druid a question, but Loren beat him to it. Do you want us to get rid of those elves for you? Murph looked rather surprised by her offer, but Saren only frowned. The only way to stop the disturbance would be to find and defeat Mesfit, their leader. We shall do it, then. Okay, game! I get it. I got a new quest. You don't have to ring the gong in my ear. I should warn you that he is no novice when it comes to the bow and arrow. He will stand no chance against the great Loren. Loren looked over at him with something that almost looked like embarrassment, but it couldn't be. I'm very impressed by your bravery. It seems our meeting has become very fortuitous. The spirits did not lie when they said that aid was near. May I accompany you on your excursion to defeat Mesfit? Loren looked to Saren and he nodded. It would definitely be a good idea. We would be glad to have you come with us, Druid Murph. It would be a pleasure to travel with you. Damn, I'm filling up my party fast. Wonderful, it is settled. We shall embark in the morning. Please accept my deepest gratitude for agreeing to help me. The forest has cried for too long. It's understandable. His interference must be very burdensome. It is. But for tonight, I'm sure you all need your rest. You can stay in the Elves village tonight and prepare. Shall we leave at dawn? As the sun rises then. Murph smiled and nodded to one of the guards. They walked in silence to the elven camp. After getting settled into their tree bunks, it was announced that Murph had arrived to entertain the party. They gathered to receive her. But she was not alone. She came in the company of some nymphs, youthful and seemingly flawless women with honey skin. Murph's own loveliness still stood out even when in their extraordinary company. These are a gift for you, Loren of the Amazons. Lady Murph knows quite a bit about Amazons, it seems. Dora slapped Draco and he groaned, rubbing his arm. The dwarf woman was surprisingly strong. They will entertain you tonight if they please you. Ooh. Very intriguing. Good night, Lady Loren. Good night to you as well. Get plenty of rest. I will stand guard outside of your tent tonight to protect you. Thank you. That will be well appreciated. You've proven yourself to be more useful than I thought. Pride rose in Saren and he stuck his chest out. Your Highness? Loren and Saren looked at each other briefly before parting ways. Very nice. Okay. I don't know what she does, so that's the problem. I can't imagine her to be like a frontline fighter, so I'll just keep her in back. Let's go with this setup. Meanwhile, in the northern border of the region, an evil force was crafting sinister plans. Ooh! The party was still innocently unaware of this creature's actions, but it was only a matter of time until that would change. Holy shit. What the hell are you? A heavily armored, mysterious being sat on its throne, comfortable in the hot room despite the volcano's lava flowing so near. The evil thing's name was Faust, a name that would come to be spat and whispered in fear. He looked up to see Jewel, his servant succubus, approaching him, swaying her hips back and forth. Your news? Karen has been taken care of. Good. Any complications? Her daughter, Loren, is looking out for her as we speak. She is a very determined woman, so I doubt that she will give up searching easily. Before he could respond to her, Grob came forward to kneel before him. My lord, I have returned. It's about time. I come bearing good news. I've taken care of Loren and her party. They are now imprisoned in a human city. Were you really able to capture them that easily? Yes, my lord. Jewel frowned and crossed her arms. She knew that Faust would not like the news, but she could not keep it to herself. But they aren't in prison. Not a one of them. Faust's gaze was indiscernible, but the air was thick with tension in the ensuing silence. Oh, you're about to get your shit wrecked? Care to elaborate? Exactly that. They are not in prison. They're waltzing around freely. Grob simply scoffed. Even if they aren't, they've been dealt with. My plans are going perfectly. It doesn't matter which side they end up on or where they are right now. They're going to trigger a war between the humans and the elves just as we wanted. Tell me again how Loren's involvement in this will help us. She was supposed to be imprisoned. Simple, my lord. They will be at the heart of the conflict, not us. We will be able to begin our invasion freely, and there's a good chance that Loren will be killed in the struggle between the two warring races. They will be distracted fighting against each other, and with their unusual group, fatality is nearly guaranteed. Faust remained silent, considering the explanation carefully and trying to calculate the potential repercussions and what could go wrong. Grob's plan wasn't entirely foolproof, but it did sound surprisingly thorough considering who had crafted it. Yeah, he does look like a dumbass, doesn't he? I approve of these plans. Let us see how far they succeed. And they had better succeed, Grob. Do I make myself clear? Transparent, my lord. Can we at least send someone to watch over Loren and her party? They've gained a new ally already. They could be more dangerous than we think. Thank you, Captain Exposition. How did you know we got a new ally already? You speak the truth. Make it so. As I have said before, you do not have to worry. I've taken care of that matter as well. What do you mean? As I said, my lord, there is already someone watching over them very closely. Everything will go according to plan. I've made sure of it. For your sake, it had better. Oh, a traitor amongst our midst. Ooh. Very mysterious. Could it be Draco? Draco would be the biggest suspect. It can't be the leader of the elves, I don't think. Obviously, it's not Loren or Saren, so it has to be either Draco or Dora. Draco would be the one with the biggest question mark above his head, but I don't know, that seems too obvious. In any case, I'm going to cut it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm really enjoying it so far. The simplicity, yet a somewhat intricacy to the combat. The conversation system is going to be really fun to play around with. I can already see some of my decisions shaping up some of the conversation options. And I can't wait to see what happens next, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. If you have, I encourage you to leave a like and comment as it helps and benefits the growth of the channel and tells me you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I'm Rye. Happy gaming, everybody. More Loren, the Amazon Princess, coming soon. As you guys know, this is pretty much a visual novel, so I'm going to be doing a lot of narrating. You call yourself a fire mage, but why not practice the other elements as well? Or no, fun. Fire is what's fun. Any particular reason why? Because it's fire. I get to set things ablaze, see them light up like 4th of July fireworks. Woo!